She touches her neck while talking to you, and you think nothing of it. But here's what you don't know. That one move just told you everything. Most men miss it completely. They think she's just adjusting her hair, or maybe she's uncomfortable. But the truth is far more interesting. When a woman touches certain parts of her body in front of you, she's not doing it by accident. She's doing it because something inside her is responding to you, and she can't help it. This isn't about games. This isn't about tricks. This is about biology, psychology, the way her brain works when she's around a man she actually likes. You've probably been in that moment, talking to her. Everything feels normal, and then you notice her hand moving, slowly, almost like she doesn't realize it. She touches her neck, her collarbone, the side of her throat, and you wonder, is that something? Or am I reading too much into this? You're not. Let me tell you why this happens. When a woman is attracted to you, her body starts doing things her mind hasn't even caught up with yet. Her nervous system kicks in, blood flow increases, her skin becomes more sensitive, and without even thinking about it, she starts drawing attention to the most vulnerable parts of her body: the neck, the throat, the collarbone. These areas are some of the most exposed and delicate parts of a woman's body. In nature, showing your neck means trust. It means you're not a threat. When a woman touches her neck in front of you, she's subconsciously signaling that she feels safe, that she's open, that she's interested. But here's the part most men don't understand. She's not doing this on purpose. She doesn't sit at home and practice neck touches in the mirror. This is automatic, instinctive. It happens when her emotional guard drops, when her attraction overrides her logic. And if you know what to look for, you'll never miss it again. Now let's talk about what this actually looks like, because there's a difference between a nervous habit and a signal of attraction, and you need to know how to read it. First, watch her fingers. When she touches her neck because she likes you, her fingers move slowly, gently, almost like she's tracing something. It's not a scratch. It's not a quick adjustment. It's soft, deliberate. Even if she doesn't realize she's doing it, her fingertips linger. They glide along her skin, and if you watch closely, you'll see her whole body relax when she does it. This is her way of self-soothing. When you're around, her heart rate goes up, her breathing changes. She feels something, and touching her neck helps her calm that feeling down. It's like she's reminding herself to stay composed. But the fact that she needs to calm down at all, that's the signal. Now compare that to a woman who's just adjusting her hair or scratching an itch. That movement is quick, functional. There's no softness to it. She's not lost in the moment. She's just fixing something. You can feel the difference. Second, notice when it happens. Timing is everything. If she touches her neck right after you say something personal, that's huge. If it happens when you make eye contact, even bigger. If it happens during a pause in conversation, when things get quiet and the tension builds, you just got handed a green light. She's processing something, feeling something, and her body is reacting faster than her words can. Think about the last time you talked to a girl you really liked. Maybe you were nervous. Maybe your hands didn't know where to go. Maybe you touched her face, your hair, your jaw. You weren't thinking about it. You just did it. She's the same. When she's drawn to you, her hands move without permission, and the neck is one of the most common places they go. Third, look at her eyes when she does it. Is she looking at you, or is she looking away? Both mean something. If she touches her neck and holds your gaze, she's testing you. She's seeing if you notice, if you react, if you can handle the tension she's creating. If she touches her neck and looks down or to the side, she's feeling shy, vulnerable. She likes you, but she's not ready to admit it yet. Not out loud. Either way, you're in. But here's where most guys mess it up. They see the sign and they panic. They either ignore it completely or they pounce. Neither works. Ignoring it makes her think you're not interested. Pouncing makes her pull back. What you need to do is simple. Stay calm. Hold the moment. Let the tension breathe. Because here's what she's really doing when she touches her neck in front of you. She's inviting you into her space, emotionally, physically, without saying a word. and the way you respond to that invitation will decide everything. Most men don't realize that women communicate in layers. Words are just the surface. Beneath that, there's tone, energy, body language, and beneath all of that, there's touch. The way she touches herself when you're around says more than anything that comes out of her mouth. So let's go deeper. There are other touches you need to watch for, because the neck isn't the only place she'll touch when she likes you. Each one means something slightly different. And when you start seeing the pattern, you'll never second-guess yourself again. She touches her collarbone. This one is subtle, but powerful. The collarbone sits right below the neck. It's elegant, feminine, exposed. When she runs her fingers along her collarbone while talking to you, she's drawing your attention to her body in the most graceful way possible. She's not being obvious. She's not trying to seduce you. She's just letting you see her, really see her. And that's a big deal, because most of the time, women are guarded. They hide, they protect. But when she touches her collarbone, the walls come down. Just a little, just enough. You'll notice this happens most when the conversation turns personal. When you're talking about something real, something that matters. She's not touching her collarbone when you're talking about the weather. She's doing it when she feels connected, when the moment means something. And if you're paying attention, you'll feel it too. She plays with her hair near her face. Now, playing with hair is common. A lot of women do it out of habit. But there's a specific version of this that signals attraction. And it's all about where her hand goes. If she's twirling the ends of her hair absent-mindedly, that could be nothing. But if she's running her fingers through the hair near her neck, tucking it behind her ear while looking at you, or slowly pulling it over one shoulder, that's different. That's intentional, even if she doesn't know it. When a woman moves her hair away from her neck and face, she's opening herself up. She's giving you a clearer view. She's removing the barrier. It's the same reason she might tuck her hair behind her ear when you talk. She wants to hear you better, see you better, be closer to you without actually moving. And here's the thing. She only does this around men she's comfortable with, men she's attracted to. If she's not into you, her hair stays where it is. She doesn't bother. But when she likes you, everything about her body language shifts to bring you closer. She touches her lips. This one is more obvious, but still missed by most guys. When a woman touches her lips in front of you, especially with her fingertips, she's thinking about intimacy. Not always consciously, but it's there. Her lips are one of the most sensitive parts of her body. Touching them is soothing, comforting, but it's also suggestive. It draws your eyes. It creates focus. And deep down, she knows that. You'll see this during moments of quiet, when the conversation pauses, when there's tension in the air. She might bite her lips softly, or run her finger along the edge of her bottom lip, or press her lips together and then release them. All of these are signs that she's feeling something she's not saying. And if you're the reason she's feeling it, you'll know, because it only happens when you're the one talking. When you're the one holding her attention. She touches her chest or the space just below her throat. This is one of the most vulnerable touches. The chest is where we hold emotion. It's where we feel things deeply. When a woman places her hand on her chest while talking to you, she's showing you that what you're saying matters, that it's affecting her. This isn't a casual gesture. You won't see her do this with everyone. She does it when something you said made her feel seen, understood, safe. It's her body's way of saying, I feel this. Maybe you complimented her in a way that actually landed. Not the surface stuff, but something real. Maybe you shared something personal and it resonated. Maybe you made her laugh in a way that caught her off guard. Whatever it was, it hit her. And now her hand is on her chest because she's trying to hold that feeling. When you see this, don't rush past it. Don't fill the silence with more words. Just let it sit. Let her feel it. Because in that moment, you're not just another guy. You're someone who made her feel something real. And that's rare. She touches the inside of her wrist or her forearm. This one flies under the radar, but it's just as telling. The inner wrist is soft, sensitive. It's a part of the body we don't usually expose to people we don't trust. When a woman touches or rubs her inner wrist while she's with you, it's a self-soothing gesture. but it also signals openness. She's not closed off. She's not defensive. Her body is relaxed. And that only happens when she feels safe, when she feels drawn to you. You'll see this most during one-on-one conversations, when it's just the two of you, when the rest of the world fades out. She'll rest her hand on the table and slowly rub her wrist with her thumb. Or she'll hold her own arm gently while listening to you talk. It looks absent-minded, but it's not. It's her way of staying grounded while her emotions rise. And here's the truth. Most women don't even realize they're doing this. That's what makes it so honest. It's unfiltered, unplanned. Just her body responding to you. She touches her ear or the side of her face. When a woman brushes her fingers along her ear or the side of her face while you're talking, she's engaged. Deeply. It's a sign she's listening. Not just hearing your words, but actually taking them in. This touch is gentle, almost absent, like she's lost in what you're saying. And in a way, she is. When someone fascinates us, when someone holds our attention in a way that feels effortless, we start to touch ourselves without realizing it. It's comforting, grounding. It keeps us present in a moment that feels almost too good to be real. If she's doing this while maintaining eye contact with you, that's next level, because it means she's completely locked in. You're not background noise. You're not just filling time. You're the entire focus. And if you've ever wondered what it feels like to actually be seen by a woman, this is it. Now, let's be clear about something. These touches don't mean she's ready to jump into your arms. They don't mean she's madly in love. What they mean is this: she's open. She's interested. She's feeling something. And if you play it right, that feeling can grow. But here's where most men sabotage themselves. They see these signs and they think they need to do something big, make a move, say something smooth, prove themselves. And in doing that, they kill the tension. They rush the moment. And the attraction dies. Listen, attraction isn't built by forcing it. It's built by holding space, by being present, by letting her feel what she's feeling without trying to control it. When you see her touch her neck, don't immediately reach for her hand. Don't lean in too fast. Don't fill the silence with nervous words. Just let it be. Smile. Hold her gaze for a second longer than usual. Then continue the conversation like nothing happened. Because in her mind, nothing did. Not consciously, but subconsciously, you just passed a test. You didn't react like a boy who's desperate for approval. You responded like a man who's comfortable with tension, who's comfortable with attraction, who doesn't need to chase because he already knows his worth. And that, more than anything, makes her want to come closer. Here's what I need you to understand. You've probably missed these signs before. A lot of them. Maybe you were too nervous to notice. Maybe you were too in your head. Maybe you convinced yourself she couldn't possibly be interested, so you didn't even look. And I get it, because we've all been there. We've all sat across from a woman we liked and completely missed the moment. Not because we weren't good enough, but because we didn't believe we were. So we ignored the signs. We wrote them off. We told ourselves it didn't mean anything. And then later, maybe weeks later, we found out she actually did like us. And by then, it was too late. She moved on. She lost interest. And we were left wondering what we missed. You didn't miss her interest. You missed your own power. Because here's the real truth. When a woman touches her neck, her collarbone, her lips, her chest in front of you, she's not just signaling attraction. She's giving you permission. Permission to step into the moment. Permission to be the man she hopes you are. Permission to stop doubting yourself and start believing that yes, she sees you. And if you can accept that permission without desperation, without neediness, without trying to prove anything, everything changes. You stop chasing. You start attracting. You stop wondering if she likes you. You start knowing. And when you know, your whole energy shifts. You stop looking for validation. You stop waiting for her to make it obvious. You stop second-guessing every word, every glance, every moment of silence. You just exist. Confidently. Calmly. And that confidence is what pulls her in even more. Because here's what most men don't realize. Women don't fall for the guy who needs them. They fall for the guy who wants them, but doesn't need them. The guy who can walk away if it's not right. The guy who values himself enough to not settle for breadcrumbs. When you see her touch her neck and you stay calm, you show her that you're that guy. You show her that you're not rattled by attraction. You're not thrown off by tension. You can handle it. You can hold it. And that makes her feel something she rarely feels with other men. Safety and excitement. At the same time, that combination is everything. Now let's flip this. Because there's another side to this coin. What happens when you start pulling back? When you stop chasing? When you stop being available every second of the day? She notices. Suddenly, you're not texting her first. You're not asking her out every weekend. You're not laughing at every joke or agreeing with everything she says. You're living your life, focused on your goals, working on yourself, building something. And the touches? They increase. Because now she's the one wondering. She's the one second-guessing. She's the one who starts reaching for her neck when you're around because you make her nervous. You make her feel like she needs to impress you. And that shift, that role reversal, changes everything. She starts initiating. She starts asking questions. She starts finding reasons to be around you. And all because you stopped trying so hard. You stopped performing. You stopped making her the center of your universe. You made yourself the priority. And in doing that, you became infinitely more attractive. This isn't manipulation. This is self-respect. And women can feel the difference. When you respect yourself, you set a standard. You show her what it looks like to be with a man who has boundaries, who has direction, who doesn't lose himself just because a pretty girl smiled at him. And if she's the kind of woman worth your time, she'll rise to meet that standard. She'll respect you more, invest more, show up more, because she'll realize that access to you isn't automatic. It's earned. But if she doesn't, if she pulls back or loses interest the moment you stop chasing, then you just saved yourself months, maybe years, of wasted energy. Because she was never interested in you. She was interested in the attention, the validation, the ego boost, and you deserve better than that. So here's what I want you to take away from this. The next time you're talking to a woman and you see her hand move to her neck, her collarbone, her lips, don't panic. Don't freeze. Don't overthink it. Just notice it. Appreciate it. And keep being the version of yourself that made her do it in the first place. Stay present. Stay grounded. Speak with intention. Listen with focus. Don't try to impress her. Just be real. Be honest. Be someone she can actually connect with. And when the moment calls for it, when the tension is right, make your move. Not out of desperation, not out of fear, but out of clarity, because you saw the signs. You felt the energy, and you know she's interested. But even if she's not, even if you misread it, even if it turns out she was just scratching an itch, you'll be fine. Because your worth isn't tied to her response. Your value doesn't come from whether or not she likes you back. You are enough, right now, as you are. And the woman who's meant for you will see that. She'll feel that. And she won't be able to help herself. She'll touch her neck. She'll tuck her hair. She'll lean in just a little closer. Not because you tricked her, but because you became the kind of man she's been looking for. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for proof. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Start living like a man who already knows his worth. Build your life. Chase your goals. Become someone you're proud of. And let the right woman notice. Let her reach for her neck. Let her wonder. Let her feel. And when she does, you'll be ready. Not desperate. Not needy. Just ready. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever noticed a woman doing this around you? Did you recognize it in the moment, or did you realize it later? Drop a comment below. Let's talk about it.